It's me, Mario!
I've been playing Mario 64 for a few years now, and I've 100% completed it 3 times, so I like to think I've gained good enough knowledge to rank every star. I went on YouTube to see if this video had been done before, and honestly, I'm surprised that it hasn't been. Now, of course, everyone's ranked the hardest stars in the game, or in every level. Or if you're the Mario 64 king like Nathaniel Bandy, then you've ranked all 120 stars. So the easiest and hardest stars in every Mario 64 stage. For this ranking, I'm covering the 15 main stages and the Castle Secret stars. The difficulty of these stars will be judged by the intended way you're supposed to get them, so no speedrun strategies will be taken into consideration. I'm also not including the 100 coin stars, as I made this list originally with them in mind, and yeah, 8 of the stages had the 100 coin stars the hardest one, and that's just going to be pretty boring, and there's only so much you can say about every 100 coin star. And I also wanted to test myself to see what I could come up with in their absence. Also, at the end of this video, I'll also be putting up a list of every star in each level ranked from hardest to easiest. So without further ado, let's get into this. The first stage in the game doesn't have many hard stars, as you'd expect. However, it was also very easy to actually pick the easiest star. Behind Chain Chomp's gate. Run to the Chomp, ground pound on the sub until it's in the ground. The Chomp will then embrace its newfound freedom by smashing into the gate to unveil the star. Bish bash bosh. It was also very easy to pick the hardest star. Mario Wings to Sky can't even be completed when you first enter Bob-omb Battlefield. You first need to unlock the wing cap, and you can't do that until you've got 10 stars and then flip the switch. Once you've done that, head back into Bob-omb Battlefield, shoot yourself to the floating island, put the wing cap on, and then jump in the cannon and aim yourself at the rings of coins. The 5 middle coins are the ones you need here, and it can be a struggle to get all of them on your first try. Once you got all the coins, the star will spawn right next to the red coin star. However, if I was counting the 100 coin star, I definitely would have had it as the hardest one here. It was quite hard to choose the easiest and hardest star for Whomp's Fortress. Every star here, and even including the 100 coins, are all pretty easy. But if I had to choose the easiest, I would say shoot into the Wild Blue. Climb the tree onto the next platform above, run to the Bob-omb Buddy, open the cannon, and then aim yourself at this pillar. Climb down the pole, and the star is yours. And truthfully, without the 100 coin star, trying to choose the hardest star here was pretty difficult. It was a toss-up between the red coins and fall onto the caged island. Now the red coins are scattered all over that map, which is pretty time consuming, but they are pretty painless to grab. Fall onto caged island is straightforward, but is also very easy to mess up on, and you could even die on it. Now for that reason I chose it as the hardest star here. First you need to wake up the owl that's sleeping in this tree, grab onto his legs and then guide the owl over to the caged island. You'll need to be very precise here, as it's very easy to actually miss the caged island and then take a lot of damage. However, once you're in it, you're golden. Jolly Roger Bay is the first stage in the game where you start to notice a slight increase in difficulty, but there are also some pretty easy stars here. Blast the stone pillar takes the cake. Open the cannon, aim yourself just above the pillar, jump onto the platform, easy. And believe it or not, I would actually consider Through the Jet Stream harder than the 100 coin star. Well, the intended way is anyway. I don't know if I'm just stupid or what, but I rarely get the star on the first try. I hop in the cannon and then shoot over to the metal cap, flip the block switch, and then long jump into the water, and then I just hope I land fast enough before the timer goes off. Now there's probably an easier way than just long jumping, but this is the intended way. Now obviously you can't just swim straight into the star, but that's not how the good Nintendo lords expect it to be. Cuckoo Mountain is one of my favourite stages, and I usually hate the snow and ice levels. Slip sliding away is the first star that you do in this stage, and it's very straightforward. Jump into the cottage and then make your way down the slide. It might fall off if it's your first time playing the game, but really it's easy to stay on. Exit the cottage and then the star spawns outside. It was also pretty easy to choose the hardest star for this stage. Wall kicks will work as unnecessarily complicated. The speedrun strat actually become the normal way to get in the star. You need to make your way down the mountain, get to the Bob-omb buddy who's on this tiny ledge in the middle of nowhere, open the cannon, blast to this hidden platform, follow the path until you reach the walls. Then you wall kick your way up the platforms, clear this icy path and the star is yours. It's so stupid how complex the star is when it doesn't have to be. Secret of the Haunted Box is one of the easiest stars in the whole game. The hardest part of the star is remembering what room it's in, dodge the flying books, push these books in the correct order, and the star is yours. Now, it was a toss up between Big Boo's balcony and Eye to Eye in the Secret Room as the hardest star on Big Boo's Haunt. Most people will probably choose star 6, and I can definitely see why. However, I find Big Boo's balcony to be slightly harder. The actual fight with Big Boo isn't difficult. I mean, this is the third time you're fighting him at this point, so you should know what you're doing. But the star, and I don't know why, decides to spawn on the top of the house. Like, why? Who thought this would be a good idea? And if you don't know what you're doing, it can be a chore to reach it. But after some practice, you'll be alright. Hazy Maze Cave isn't the most popular stage in this game, but the stars thankfully aren't that hard. However, by far the easiest one is Watch for Rolling Rocks. Now, the title isn't exactly that helpful when you first play it, but just head left and then to the Rolling Rocks area. Dodge the rocks, do a few wall kicks to get up a platform, and the star's right there. Now, if I was including the 100 coin stars, it undoubtedly would have been the hardest one for this stage. It's not that difficult really, but it's very time consuming. But instead, I've chosen the Amazing Emergency Exit. Now, most people would probably pick the red coin star, as like the 100 coin star, it's pretty time consuming, but it's very easy to die on the star. Make your way to the maze, find one of the doors in the midst of all the crap, ride the platform up to the top of the cave, and carefully move over to the star. Now, it's very easy to fall into the gorge, so you need to be extra careful when you got the star. Despite being one of the easiest stages to die on, I always have a good time on Leaf of Lava Land. The stars are pretty straightforward too. The easiest though without a doubt is a coin puzzle with 15 pieces. Just head over to the Bowser puzzle, grab the 8 red coins, and this will literally take seconds, it's that easy. And if we're having to use the intended way of getting stars, the red hot log rolling is definitely the hardest star on Leaf of Lava Land. Make your way over to the buddies on the right side of the map, avoid the lava gushes on the moving platform, hop on the log, and then carefully roll over to the star. Now, anyone would literally just use either the wing camp to go over the fence, or just long jump on this platform. Again, another star that's just way too complex for no reason. I hate this stage so much. It's probably the 4th hardest in my opinion, and the stars have a good balance of difficulty here. The easiest though is shining atop the pyramid. Just make your way over to the pyramid and then carefully follow the paths to the top. They do get thinner as you go up, but it's no sweat. The hardest star is free flying for red coins. 4 of the red coins are in the air surrounding the pyramid, so you'll need the wing cap to grab them all. The other 4 are scattered in every corner of the map, one of them being in what I like to call the death zone. You get crushed by one of the boxes or fall into the quick stand. Not a fun star to grab, but thankfully it can be done quite quickly. Banging music aside, this isn't exactly a fun stage to play. Honestly, all the basement stages are pretty shit if you think about it. Thankfully, the stars and Die docks are pretty easy. The easiest one I'd say is the Manta Ray's Reward. Now, I was very close to choosing Collect the Caps here, but this star is slightly quicker to complete. Just swim through the Manta Ray's rings 5 times. Unfortunately, the game can glitch here and you may have to start over, but it's pretty painless. And without the 100 coin star, the hardest star here is pole jumping for red coins. This takes so long to do. First you need to swim through over to the other side of the cave, hit the switch, jump onto this platform, and then pole jump for every red coin. Now it's not exactly that difficult, but it's very time consuming, and if you fall in, it just takes even more and more time to do. The stars on Snowman's Land are pretty easy too. The easiest is definitely in the deep freeze. Hop into the ice cube, make a few jumps, and then collect the star. Easy as you like. I'd say the hardest star here is into the igloo. You first need to grab the Koopa shell from the box, which can be tricky if you miss the jumps, and then, without bonking into anything, jump up to the igloo. Once you're inside the igloo, the camera decides to hate you and makes this 10 times harder. Grab the invisible cap, jump into the top cube to get the star, and you're good. And again, if the camera wasn't so fucking bad in this game, the star probably wouldn't be as hard. There's a good balance of stars in Wet Dry World. The easiest is top of the town. My favourite gimmick in Wet Dry World is being able to control the water level. If you end at the painting at the very top, the water level will be at its highest, making this very easy. Now avoid the Truckyer and the Yamps, and it's a pretty easy walk to the star. Now this may be controversial, but I think Express Elevator's Hurry Up is the hardest star here. And the title doesn't lie, you really need to hurry up. You need to make your way to the top of the town again, but this time you don't have the water level to help you. Jump onto the elevator and then quickly jump back down to the ground. Break the block, head back into the cage and then jump up onto the elevator before it goes back up. Now it's not that hard when you think about it, but if you're too slow, it can be a pain in the arse to do again. A lot of people struggle with Tall Mountain, but I usually enjoy playing it. The stars here are actually pretty challenging, which I suppose you'd expect for the 12th stage. I'd say the easiest star here is Scary Shroom's Red Coins. This is definitely the quickest star to complete on the stage, as the red coins are all at the bottom of the mountain. The coins on the mushrooms can be tricky if you're not careful, but then the other ones are all by the Monty Moles, and which, with some precise jumping, aren't that hard to avoid. The star then spawns onto the mushroom next to the moles. Now the hardest star on the stage is 100% Blast of the Lonely Mushroom, especially if we're doing the intended route. I mean, literally nobody gets to start the intended way, no one does. First you need to find the Bob-omb Buddy, who is in the most ridiculous spot ever. You then need to move along the thinnest path known to mankind. You'll then reach the cannon, and you only have one shot at the star, because if you miss, you die. Again, just another star that is just way too complex for no reason. I mean, everyone either uses the fly guide to get over, or you can long jump from the log. We're getting into the territory now where most of the stars are pretty challenging to get, and it doesn't help that these stages are literal death traps. However, Pluck the Piranha Flowers on Tiny Huge Island is probably the easiest star here. Long jump over to the pipe, which sends you into the huge island, then punch the Piranha Flowers and grab the star. The hardest star is Wiggler's Red Coins. Now, it's hard enough to actually reach the platform where the red coins are. You need to grab this Koopa shell to make your way up to the skinny platform, where it's very easy to fall off, and if you do, it's very hard to get back up to where you were. But if you make it inside the mountain, you have some very challenging jumps to make, where it's very easy to fall. Once you got all the coins, the star is yours. This is probably the second easiest red coin star after Lava Lava Land. Stop time for red coins is literal. You need to enter TikTok clock on when the hand is on 12 so it stops time. Just turn around and then grab the red coins. Again, this takes literal seconds to complete. The hardest star on TikTok clock is probably the hardest star in the whole game that's not a 100 coin star. Stomp on the Thwomp is where you have to climb to the very top of TikTok clock, and you can't stop time either. It's incredibly easy to fall on the stage as well, so you'll have to be extra careful here. Once you're at the top, you need to time your jump on the moving platform onto the Thwomp's head. Wait for the Thwomp to move up top and then grab the star. This one can be agonizing to complete. Rainbow Ride is my least favourite stage by far, and the stars here can be pretty challenging. The easiest one though is Coins Amassed in a Maze. The red coins are all in one area, and you just need to perform some jumps to grab them all. Simple enough really. The hardest star is Tricky Triangles. Again, if we were counting 100 coin stars, this would have taken the cake. In order to reach the triangles, you need to do some platforming, which involves some precise time jumps. Once you actually reach the triangles, you need to flip the switch and quickly make your way up to the star. Now if you're too slow here, the triangles will flip back over and you can actually fall and die. It's ridiculous. Despite there being 15 castle secret stars, most of them are very easy. The easiest one is talking to Toad in the basement. Once you have 12 stars, Toad will spawn next to the entrance to Hazy Maze Cave. Quickly spam the A button and he'll give you a star. How easy is that? The hardest castle secret star is without a doubt Wing Mario over the rainbow. You'll need the wing cap to grab all the red coins, and it can be very hard to do on your first try. If you fall, you don't die, but you fall all the way back down to the castle grounds, meaning you need to climb all the way back to the third floor to try again. Now I usually need to watch a YouTube video for a route to take because it's very easy to get stuck on the lower clouds when you're looking for the red coins, and then it's very hard to get back up. And there you have it. The easiest and hardest stars in every Mario 64 stage, in my opinion. Remember that this is my opinion, so it likely differs from yours. On screen now will be my ranking of every star in each level from hardest to easiest. Comment down below what you think are the hardest and easiest stars in the game. Feel free to like this video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you want to see more. Make sure that you check out the other guys' videos as they are some very decent stuff. I've been Tom from The Collective, I'll catch you next time.